I get on Dante's wheel. I'm hoping that Dante's just going to remain on the gas here. I'm able to get a little bit of a rest, a little bit of a draft while keeping my speed high. Guys, we're going 30 miles an hour into this crosswind. Hey guys, welcome back to another Alviso, a very hard Alviso. The level of racing out here has just really increased quite a bit over the last couple of years. We're going to talk about that today, so let's just get into some bike racing. Okay, but first a message from the sponsor of this video, and that is Bombas. Bombas is a clothing company. I'm wearing one of their t-shirts right now, and they are obsessed with quality. Take my word for it, not all cotton t-shirts are the same. I'm also wearing some of their socks. Kind of wish I could show you. They are extremely comfortable, high-quality materials, but here's the big thing. They have a program where they give back. For every t-shirt you buy, for every pair of socks you buy, they give away a t-shirt or a pair of socks to the homeless, to those in need. But also, it's just really high-quality material and fit. I've done a few of these advertisements on the channel. This is one of the few times I've gone back and spent more of my money to get more of their product because my dresser is full of those like free cotton, totally cheap t-shirts, and now there's a few more of these really high-end ones. Do yourself a favor. Check out the link down in the description. That's NC20 for 20% off your order. It's for a good cause, and you'll thank yourself. They're extremely comfortable. With that said, let's get back into some racing. All right, so we're starting things off following this attack. It's really fast. You can see behind it, single file. Really good timing here for a slingshot. That's exactly what I do. Carry the speed past the front riders. Try to minimize that level of effort required to get a gap. And look who I bring her along with me. New guy, Matt. Really strong rider. This is exactly what you want to see. That pattern right there. Things are slowing on the front. Slingshot, attack. Immediately joined by another guy who just falls into rotation. This is like the recipe for success in a breakaway. And in years past, this would almost certainly be a success. Two riders off the front in a crosswind at Alviso, gone. Like, just not coming back, especially a strong dude like Matt I'm with here. You see, I'm going to start rotating also. Don't hesitate. That's how this works. But instead of this working, we get chased back. And not only that, it starts this series of counterattacks that are all really threatening, like one after another. I have to chase each one of these back and be represented. It's moments like this in a race. It's so important. You can't fall back because these counterattacks that were being launched, each one of them shed a few riders. So it wasn't really like it was a breakaway per se, but it was just a thinning of the group. And quick tip, if you're trying to chase something back, like I am right here, I see a move going off the front, think about the timing of it and use the course features to your advantage. So we're going into a headwind right now, not ideal for chasing. So you're going to see I'm going to knock the power off right there because I don't want to just tow everybody in my draft in the headwind. Once we make this right-hander, now it's a left-to-right crosswind. Now the big effort comes out. I'm going to move to the right-hand side of the road and look at the competition behind. As a result, they're suffering just like me. Ideally, I can break that elastic, get across solo, not tow everybody with me, which has kind of worked. I brought one rider with me, but now we're in the lead group. We have a gap. Let's see if it works out. But of course, it doesn't work out. It's never that easy, right? Group is already starting to fall apart, kind of getting caught. And with Dante off the front, we're entering the tailwind section. Right about this moment, I'm looking back and I'm realizing, oh, there's a little bit of a gap behind. Everyone must be tired behind. You can see me leaning over my left-hand shoulder there, looking back. And I just decide I'm going to put my head down. We're in the tailwind after all. There's a gap behind, like I said. I'm going to put my head down, do a really hard effort here, and see if I can force a selection. Which technically it works. I did force a selection of about 10 or 12 riders here. Problem is, I've isolated myself against all the strong guys in this field. I didn't really catch out any of the stronger riders behind a split, so still have to deal with some of the guys like Max and Matt and Dante and all these other guys that made this front group. And speaking of Dante, he immediately counters. Doesn't waste any time. Doesn't let me rest. What a jerk. And makes the sneakiest attack. Actually, I'll just play it. Tell me if you can see where he goes. So he just attacked on the left, according to my rear camera. No Dante, no Dante, and then suddenly, magical Dante. I watched this like 5 times. I was like, how did he teleport off the front of this group? But he just managed to sneak off the front, which means more chasing. More chasing and more counterattacks. Ouch. Like I was saying, guys, the level of racing out here at Alviso has gone up a peg or two for sure over the last few years. I love to see it. And a few minutes later, I have been able to sit in and rest a little bit, but that group off the front that counterattacked all came together and now is working well. in a breakaway off the front. Cannot let that get away. So just like before, wait for the tailwind section. Remember, guys, use the course features to your advantage. Now I put in the big effort, come slingshotting past the front riders, and yeah, I'm looking behind to see if I'm bringing any passengers with me. My idea here is to jump across solo, if possible, to that lead group so I don't lose this race, because right now I'm losing this race. There's a group of like 5 really strong riders off the front. I have to join them. And I make it across, but I'm tired as hell. Time to sit in and rest. Wait, no, Dante has other plans with another monster attack. God, why is everybody so strong at Alviso now? What's going on? And it's not just that they're strong, they're also really smart. The timing of these attacks is so well executed. I'm super tired, I can't respond to it. Everyone behind me, same thing. So that's why the level of racing out here at Alviso has been so impressive lately. I mean, not only is everybody strong, but it's also the strategy behind it. It's all really impressive stuff. So with the help of some others, we chase, spend some more energy, and eventually we bring that lead group back. But it was just that sort of day. And that brings us to about a lap and a half to go. Group of 2, attacks off the front, more attacking. So just like before, I'm going to wait until the crosswind section here to really pour on the gas and attempt to bring that lead group back. Because look, I haven't done all this work this far to allow a group of 2 to get away in the final lap and a half. And guys, we get there. We make it. Bridge the gap. But look, we're running on fumes at this point, and this counterattack is brutal. I chased the last one. Somebody chase that one. And new guy Matt takes me up on it. We get to the front. We start rotating. But we hit this headwind, and it starts to slow down. Never a good sign. Inside of 1,400 meters to go. Dante sees the writing on the wall. He starts to jump across. This is not where I want to be doing an effort, but I snap kind of my remaining power here. This is basically my sprint. But it's now or never. I'm not going to let this group of 3 off the front just win now. I have to do everything I can to try to bring it back, even if I'm using the last of my energy. And I'm making decent progress here. I look back and I realize that there's gaps forming. I see that there's riders being dropped from the front group. I pour it on even more. I guess I had a little more energy. I was motivated by the fact that I was doing damage behind and that we've entered this crosswind section. More riders dropping. And at this point, I'm thinking, oh, maybe there's a chance. They got to be tired up there, right? All the work we've been doing all day. We're inside of 1 kilometer now, and I get on Dante's wheel. I'm hoping that Dante's just going to remain on the gas here. I'm able to get a little bit of a rest, a little bit of a draft while keeping my speed high. Guys, we're going 30 miles an hour into this crosswind. And I'm thinking, if we can hit this tailwind, I can stand up one more time and then close this remaining gap down to Max, who's still off the front with just a handful of seconds. This is looking good. I'm thinking, hey, I'm going to win this race. I've won it this way before. I still have a little bit of energy left, and I think I can close this gap down on Max, who's been off the front longer than I have in this final attack. So I sit down, I'm kind of calculating my effort, and then like a freight train, here comes Super Dave, comes blowing past me. I'm like, yeah, you go ahead and take it, dude. Well deserved. And I think Super Dave comes up next to Max. They're training buddies. He gives Max a push in for the win. So amazing effort. Man, the level of racing out here. No more freebies, guys. No more sitting in. I love that the level of racing out here is so high these days. So as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out Bombas. I'll leave a 20% off discount code down in the description. Great company, even better mission. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.